no matter what you guys are doing in your life, setbacks and comebacks are going to be inevitable. You're going to have days where you have setbacks, but we're also going to talk about later in this video about comebacks and like the value behind a comeback, because every setback has a comeback. If you are new to this channel, my name's Cameron. I used to be a firefighter. I quit my job and now I'm kind of on this self-improvement journey, trying to give back kind of my knowledge from what I'm learning through reading, self-education, and I'm currently living in Thailand at the moment. So yeah, it's a bit interesting, and yeah, I'm just kind of making videos to try and help you guys, to inspire you, and to also give you some value, because my whole purpose and when people say what's your purpose and stuff, I've never been one of these people say, oh, I really want to have a purpose doing this, like I really love playing football, this, I want to be a footballer. No, my purpose, I think personally, is just to help people and to kind of give back what I know and the knowledge that I can kind of portray onto you guys. Now, obviously, I do this in the form of TikToks, I do this in the form of YouTube videos like this, I do this in the form of Instagram posts, daily stories. Make sure you check out my Instagram, because that's where like my kind of daily kind of stuff is. TikTok is more so like behind the scenes and like just my thought processes randomly throughout the day. So make sure you check out my socials, man. I'll leave the links to them in the description. So let's talk about setbacks and comebacks then. Let's talk about the problem that a lot of people face. Because what you'll find is when you're on this journey of entrepreneurship, self-improvement, you're always going to have setbacks. You're always like, for you guys that don't know what a setback is, it's basically something that is going to put you back. Something that you'll be going like through your smooth journey, like you might be, I don't know, you might have started a new business and it's doing well, and then boom, something will happen and it'll bring you back down. And that's a setback. That's literally someone or something telling you to like, look, you're taking a setback, like you're taking a step back here as well, because you've stopped going on this upward journey and you've kind of took a hit, and now this is where it's going to test you. This is where kind of your physical and mental mind is going to put you through the test, and whether you can come back from this setback, which is what we'll talk about, a comeback. Like I just said, a lot of people let setbacks define them. A lot of people have setbacks and they might stop their business that they've worked so hard for, but they might have it might be a big setback. Like the setbacks aren't always small as well, guys. It might be a big setback in their business and they'll be like, no, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm just going to carry on going to my normal job maybe, or I'm going to, I don't know, stop this business and not even do this because it's not worth it. The setback was too hard. But that is where people fail. That is where you get the resistance barriers, which I like to call it. Once you get past the resistance barrier, you'll be on an upward trajectory. Yes, you'll have setbacks, but you'll also know that setbacks are going to come, which is another thing that we're going to talk about. And for you guys that don't know what comebacks are basically what you do to come back from a setback. What you do, how like strong you are mentally to kind of have something bad happen in your life and then to go, do you know what? F this kind of thing, I'm going to do this and I'm going to have a much better comeback. And what you'll notice is the comebacks are normally bigger than the setbacks. So you might be in a business and say, for example, you lose £1,000, use £1,000, and in your head you think it's the end of the world. But in reality, knowing that you've lost that £1,000, you might have learned a lesson which is going to enable you to earn another £10,000. And that's what I mean by having strong comebacks. And that was just one example, but to your own personal life, just think about a time where you've kind of had something go wrong. And you know as well, whether you've had something go wrong, whether you've kind of stayed on that downward path and you've like just accepted it and it is what it is, or you've had something go wrong and you're like, nah, fuck this, like I want to take my life to the next level, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to make sure this don't happen again. And that's what we mean by a strong comeback. A perfect example for this, for me personally, through TikTok. I've been making TikToks now for over a year, I believe, on the app. So for me, it's like, my example is that on TikTok, you're obviously judged, and personally me, you get paid per views on your views. The more views you get, the more money you earn. So for me, it's like sometimes I'll have really good videos that get really like high engagement, high views, and then for like a couple of weeks I might have low videos and I might have no views and I might not earn as much money. And that's like a setback in my own personal kind of journey, because do you know how hard it is from when you're earning, say you're earning money from doing something that you really enjoy doing, and then boom, it just stops out of nowhere and you don't know why, you can't put your finger on it, you try and figure it out, but like there's no clear answer. That is what hurts the most, because then certain people, and the majority of people, will have this happen to them, especially if you're just new to TikTok. You'll have like all these good views, whatever, and you might have a few bad weeks, and that's where people will quit. That's where people are like, nah, this ain't worth it, like I've had my good run, this is it, I'm going to go and try something else, and they go and try the next best thing. And that is why they fail. That is why they don't succeed in what they're trying to do, because you give up too easily. You let your setbacks define you, whereas really you need to focus on the comebacks. Yes, you're going to get setbacks. The whole point of this video is to let you guys know that you are going to get setbacks in your life. There are going to be days where you think, do you know what, like this ain't worth it. And that is a setback. I have them weekly, monthly, whatever. Sometimes I have them every day. It depends on what I'm doing, but you need to get over this fear of kind of everything's going to always be wrong, because every bad day there's going to be a good day, and that's what we're going to dive more deeper into right now. A perfect example of this, and this might sound a bit like down and stuff, but imagine a funeral. Imagine someone, like, God forbid it doesn't happen, but somebody in like your family passes away, and if you're like me, this has happened in your family, you've probably been through this. that day, or the day that they pass, it's probably the worst day of your life. You feel like the world's caving in. It's like, it's so horrible. There's nothing worse than that feeling. Trust me, there's nothing worse. And then gradually, every day will get better, or every day will get a lot better than the day before. Not every day is going to be perfect, 100%. I believe like things do heal with time, but things like death and stuff, it's judgeable. Like it's dependent on the person themselves. Do you know what I mean? It's dependent on how you deal with it yourself. But for example, say someone does pass away, God forbid they don't, but you're going to have better days than that day. And yes, it's going to be a major setback. And this is what I said, there's a lot of setbacks which are small, some are big. This is a major setback, because you could be flying in business, flying in self-improvement, flying in your life in general, and then this happens and you feel like everything just crashes down and the world's ending, and all these bad things will start coming into your mind. But the important thing is the comeback. The important thing is how you feel after that. Because what you'll notice is, this might, for some people, it might trigger something in them to be like, you know what, I'm going to go make this guy really proud. I'm going to make my auntie really proud, my mum really proud, my dad really proud. The people, whoever, for example, did pass away, some people use this as energy and they trigger it, and it makes them kind of go on an upward trajectory, and it improves their life massively, like literally so much. This is the kind of person that you want to be. This is the things that you want to be doing. And what you'll notice is these kind of things that happen in your life will give you that better, like, will give you that purpose. Like me personally, my nan passed away maybe 5 or 6 years ago now, I believe. But sometimes I just sit back and I reflect and I think about, you know what, like, that gives me my purpose, knowing that I'm potentially making her proud. That's how I kind of somehow look at it. Or like, what a lot of people say this as well, like, well, what would he think? What would she think if I was doing that? And that's how people like cope with these things. And it's part of the comeback. This is a comeback because you're using the energy, you're using the setback, whatever bad has happened in your life, you're using it to 10x your leverage, to 10x your growth, to 10x wherever you are right now in your position. I hope this is making sense to a lot of you guys. If it doesn't, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments and I'll be more than happy to help. But yeah, like, setbacks and comebacks, people, are going to be inevitable. And this is something that I've learned personally. It's always going to happen. You're not going to go through life. You're not going to be successful. You're not going to get anywhere you like highly want to get to, whether you want to hit certain goals, without having setbacks. Life, I always say, is not linear. Life, if you look at life on a graph, you don't just go up like that. When you're born and you die, and it's like all the time, sorry, just going up. Like, everything's happening all the time. Everything's getting better every day. You have up days, you have down days, and it's like a graph, up and down. Imagine like a heart rate monitor. You've seen them all on TV and stuff when it goes da 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 da. That is literally how life will go. You'll have up days, bad days. Yeah, you might be okay, but then you might have a bad day, then you might have a massive up day. It's as simple as that. So don't get too caught up in the setbacks. Whatever it is that you're going through in your life, don't feel like everything's crashing, and don't feel like because you've had one setback that's it, your life's over, because it's not. You need to push through that resistance barrier. You need to kind of think about how you can 10x what you're trying to do, how you can use it sounds bad, but like how you can use the bad thing that's happened in your life to make you even better and even stronger. So yeah, that's going to be it, I think, for this video, guys. I think I'm rambling on a bit now, as I probably do in a lot of these videos, but the main thing I'm trying to say is just give you guys some value. I'm mainly just trying to give you value. I'm trying to inspire a lot of people. If this video has helped you, let me know in the comments. Like it, subscribe to the channel. Highly do appreciate it. Like I said, check out my other socials. And yeah, guys, don't let your setbacks define you. It's not about the setback, it's about how you come back. I'll see you all on the next video. Peace.